Have you ever noticed the theme in society that people keep pushing us to chase more connections? We're told to network, expand our circles, join groups, make new friends. It's like having a quiet life needs an apology. But what if we've been measuring the wrong thing? Most of us already interact with plenty of people: coworkers, cashiers, neighbors. Maybe the real question is not how do I get more connections, but how do I make what I already have matter? There are connections all over. We just need to notice them. Stop and look around. One thing I've noticed as I've gotten older is that society usually doesn't tell us, be more comfortable with yourself. The message is almost always meet more people, expand your network, get more subscribers, whatever. Never eat alone. I love that one. Personally, I enjoy eating alone. But being comfortable with yourself isn't strange. Gen X might understand this better than most. We grew up before social media made popularity a scoreboard. There used to be more space for simple thinking. Being constantly connected isn't the same thing as being fulfilled. And honestly, you can have a small circle and still feel at peace. A quick chat with a cashier or a smile from a stranger can be enough human contact for a whole day. Even going to the gym, I don't feel like I want to talk to people when I'm there because I'm trying to work out, but it's nice to just see people and know they're there and pursuing goals similar to mine to improve themselves. Not everything has to be a deep bond. Sometimes 5 minutes of friendliness is all you really need. And why do we assume every relationship has to grow deeper and more permanent? Friendly, respectful, temporary, that's beautiful too. Just keep it light sometimes. In fact, accepting that can take a lot of pressure off of your life. You stop feeling guilty about having a small circle. You measure life by peace, not by numbers. And funny enough, when you stop forcing connections, you show up more relaxed. People respond to that because authenticity is easier to recognize than effort. Maybe that's one of the biggest lessons that comes with age. You don't have to chase every connection. Sometimes the strongest relationships begin when no one is forcing them. So let's talk about that phrase, familiarity breeds contempt. It sounds cynical, but really it's not. I know some relationships deepen over time, and that's beautiful. But sometimes we need space so appreciation doesn't fade. Think about the patterns we notice even when we live with someone we love very deeply. Those patterns that we recognize, it's in our brain as part of our survival instinct. It's the way things work. But once you see those patterns, you can't unsee them, and you tend to associate them with someone's identity no matter how much you love them. Why do we need to see all those patterns? The truth is, we don't. Boundaries aren't walls, they're breathing room. Just think, go enjoy your interests, I'll enjoy mine, then we'll meet up and have something new to share. That refreshes a beautiful relationship instead of smothering it. And maybe that's closer to what the old saying warns about. Instead of familiarity breeds contempt, we could also say appreciation needs intention. Without care, closeness can dull. With care, space can strengthen it. That's balance. If there's one thing I'd like more people to understand, it's that solitude and loneliness aren't the same. Loneliness is painful disconnection. Solitude is chosen space. As we get older, the question shifts from how do I fit in to what kind of life actually makes me happy. If we're never alone, we don't get the chance to find out. Quiet moments are often when you discover hobbies and ideas, and learning that your own company can be enough You can even enjoy it. When your happiness doesn't depend on someone filling in the gaps, relationships can actually become healthier. Think about it. There's less pressure, more respect. People who feel content alone often don't try so hard to be liked. They focus on living their values. That quiet confidence shows, and people tend to respond to it. You don't have to chase every connection. Sometimes the strongest bonds just start on their own spontaneously. So if we shouldn't spend our lives chasing connections, what should we be chasing? I'd say build a life you're excited to wake up to. I know it sounds obvious and a cliche, but how much time do we spend trying to fit into what other people expect? We're told to be popular maybe by building our subscriber list or our friends list, to be connected, to be invited. But what if purpose changes that equation? When you're building something, it could be anything, a skill, a business, a garden, even just a better version of yourself. Connections just happen along the way. You're not living some separate life. You're living yours. And sometimes people walk alongside you, sometimes they don't. When relationships grow out of purpose, not need, they tend to be more natural and beautiful. And when your center is solid, rejection stings less too. Not because you don't care, but because your worth isn't decided by one response. It's quieter. It's a kind of strength. And that's what pulls the right people in. There's another idea in the question of how can I get more people to like me? Maybe we should ask, how can I become someone I genuinely enjoy being or being around? These are two different goals. The second puts your happiness back in your hands. When you build purpose, confidence grows quietly. You stop performing for approval. It makes conversations easier, more about understanding than impressing. If a friendship grows from that, wonderful. If not, that's okay too. A meaningful life isn't measured by how many people know you. It's measured by whether you're becoming the person you respect. And if that becomes your focus, something interesting happens. You attract people who appreciate the real you, not the version built for approval. That's a much steadier foundation for relationships. So what does that look like in everyday life? Let's think about it. How do you stop chasing connections without disappearing into isolation? Start with purpose. Pick one thing that makes your life feel meaningful. You could learn to play guitar. I did. Writing, write a book maybe. I did that too. Just write in a journal. Maybe restore an old car, whatever your thing is. Use that as your anchor. Next, stop feeling guilty for saying no. Every hour spent chasing someone else's expectations is 1 hour not spent on your own. Be intentional with conversations. Don't force an agenda. Just let conversations happen. And if they grow into friendship, great. If not, that's okay too. Build in quiet time each week. Connect when it feels natural, not because some guru on the internet told you to. Let some friendships be light, not life-defining. That can be beautiful too. That's all okay, and sometimes healthy. So stop chasing connections and start building a life worth connecting to. Have a great day.